hello, everybody. Welcome. I know it has been an absolute long time. Sorry about the huge gap in streaming. Life kind of started happening there. So, I do apologize for the long break in between, but I am back. My name is Gray Eagle, sim pilot. I'm a real-world A320 captain, bringing my love for aviation and flight simulation together for all of you wonderful people out there. How's everyone doing this evening? We have Pirate's Discretion, aka First Officer Bones. How are you doing? I like that YouTube handle, sir. First Officer Bones. I can get behind that for sure. You said I'll drop any questions in the Discord. You may need some help with all the streaming stuff. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's for me, it's been one thing after the other thing. Well, it all started with me cutting my hand. And children don't play with box cutters. So it all started with me cutting my hand. And fortunately, that was when I had a little bit of time off. I wanted to use that time to stream, but I used that time to instead get better, recover. Went on 2 vacations since then. One cruise, one down to and another vacation in Mexico. Spring break, obviously, in Mexico. And been messing with the Stream Deck. For some reason, my Stream Deck just stopped turning on, and I couldn't figure out why. After a quick Google search, turns out one of the issues could be that the power cord is not delivering enough power to the Stream Deck, which is kind of weird. So I literally changed, I plugged in a different USB-C cord, and it works perfectly fine. It was just very interesting. And now I have yesterday I was fiddling around and changed some of the buttons and icons. Let's see. Properties. Nope. Cancel. I don't know if you guys heard the ATC there. Oh, that's on default. That's the other thing. All of my sound settings have been completely messed up. You need to be in chat. There we go. Hopefully you'll be able to hear them now. But yeah. So yeah, my sound settings have been messed up. I added new Stream Deck buttons here and there and a little bit of everywhere, so I'm hoping that will come in handy. I have a little bit more space on my Stream Deck in terms of buttons. It's not like the most amount of buttons. I have 8 buttons on 2 screens, so technically it's 16 buttons, but the layout's slightly different, so I hope I don't get the order messed up during the stream today. And we'll go. It's been a minute. It has been quite a minute. Hopefully I can remember how to still stream. Hopefully I can remember how to still fly this beautiful Boeing 737. I know PMDG, I have not updated this. I actually haven't updated this. This is not the what is it? What are they calling it? The high res version? Because didn't they have a high res? They just came out with like a 2024 high resolution version where it utilizes the dynamic LOD that Flight Simulator 2024 has. As you get closer and closer to the airplane, it increases the resolution and the LOD. So I don't have that downloaded, or do I? Was the 800 the first one they did? Maybe I did. I know I opened up the Ops Center and updated all the airplanes. Well, no, I just updated the 737. I haven't updated the 777 yet. So yeah. Hopefully I can remember how to do this. This time, I am going to be doing this without my handy dandy little
jumper 49 is a twin otter.
Yeah, there we go. Now you can definitely hear ATC. So I'm not going to be doing it with my cheat sheet. I just have my checklist, which pretty much hits upon all the main things here. So I will be going through with just my little checklist that I have here. And we will set up the aircraft, get it ready to go on up to Seattle. This will be the last of my quote-unquote training scenarios or training flights or familiarization flights with the PMDG 737. So, without further ado, which is interesting, we actually have ATC online. We have Boise Tower online, so we will, or Boise approach control online. So, we'll try to get out while we still have them online. I think Seattle Center, nope, Seattle Center is not online yet. It's kind of early for that area. For this area of the U.S., so I don't expect them to be online quite just yet. But without further ado, welcome everyone, whether you're in the chat or you're just watching while you're having a little bit of dinner or a little bit of lunch or whatever it is in the world. Maybe you're just listening to it or listening to me as you try to fall asleep at night. No worries here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you tuned in. Let's go ahead and hop onto the flight deck here. And what we'll do is we'll start with the overhead panel. IR's already in nav, so that's good. The service center phone, we can leave that off. The dome switch, we can leave off. Our overhead panel, we'll leave that alone. The EECs are on. Crew oxygen looks good. Passenger oxygen is normal. The landing gear is indicating down and 3 green. Let's go ahead and the flight recorder is guarded. We'll test the overspeed warning 1 and 2. Install warning 1 and 2. Beautiful. Coming on down to the main overhead panel here. We'll go from left to right, top to bottom. The flight control panel looks like everything is set. Navigation, we want everything to be in normal. Sources in auto. Beautiful. We'll get the left aft pump on in preparation for APU startup. Over here on the electrical panel, everything looks good. Let us continue on down. Everything on the electrical panel is set. The generator buses are off. APU's not running right now. Let's go ahead and get that started. Before we get that started, we need to go on down to the center pedestal here, and we should test the overheat detect A and B. I'm not too sure what I'm looking for there, but that looks good. Oop. Or maybe that should be a normal, and this is how we should be testing it. Beautiful. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Beautiful. That didn't last too long. Let's do that one more time. So we got all the lights lit up down here. Beautiful. And then we have the master warning. We can cancel the bell. Beautiful. Alrighty, so that looks good. That tests normally. So wiper is in the park position. We'll go ahead and get our APU going. There we go. Hopefully it'll start up here soon. While that is in its startup sequence, we'll go over to the center of the pedestal here, coming on and down. Everything, we'll leave the lighting the way it is. I don't know why the seatbelt signs are always on. It's kind of weird that PMDG sets it up like that, but it is what it is. The other wiper is set to park as well. Idaho Ave Geek. Yo, I live in Boise. That is absolutely awesome. I mean, it's the handle might be the dead giveaway there, but that is absolutely awesome. Idaho Ave Geek. I have been to Boise a handful of times, and let me tell you, absolutely beautiful out here. This simulator doesn't do the real thing justice. I'm not someone that goes and hikes up mountains or anything like that, but with Boise being right at the base of the mountains, probably lots of trails to hike up and see, and absolutely beautiful backdrop with the mountains in the background there. So APU is starting on up. That's good. They'll come up here. We'll get the window heat on. We'll leave everything else up here off. The NAS panel is set. Hydraulics are set for now. Pressurization panel is looking good, at least for now. We'll come on up to the right hand side. We'll leave everything in auto. APU looks like it is on. Let's get it. Nope, other way. On. Bus. There we go. We'll get the bleeder going with the packs on and the isolation valve open. That is good. Our cruising altitude today is going to be 30,000 feet. Beautiful. With a landing elevation today of Seattle, I think it's real close to 300. Airport. There we go. 432 is the landing elevation. So we'll do 400. So beautiful. Landing elevation 400. That looks like it's set. All of our lights are set at least the way I want them for now. Beautiful. Let's see. Going on down to the main instrument, or not main instrument panel, the MCP. I'm going to go ahead and clear the master caution. We'll recall that before we're ready to start engine. Make sure everything is set how it should be. Let's go ahead and set our altimeter. We'll go flight and get the weather ATIS. And let's do VATSIM. There are so many different types of ATISes now. The altimeter is going to be 005, so let's go ahead and set that. I have everything linked, so that should be no issue there. Beautiful. 3005, set once, twice, and thrice. Absolutely fantastic. We'll leave everything else the way it is set right now. Maybe I'll put terrain on because reasons. There we go. Terrain and data. There we go. We'll turn the flight directors on. Auto throttles can come on. Auto thrust. Such an Airbus term. And what I would like to do is set everything on a runway heading here. So let's see, Boise Airport. There is no SID. We're going to be doing runway heading. 28 left is 282. So we'll set 282 because my basic assumption is that the ILS matches the runway heading. The 282. 282, and lastly the runway heading here should be 282. That's what we're gonna fly. Beautiful. And before I put the tablet away, let's go ahead and get an approach chart out for 28 left. 28 right, 28 left. Oh, there's no ILS approaches. Okay, well, never mind. Well, we won't do anything we won't back it up with the ILS there. You can usually track the runway center line based on the ILS. Perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and continue on across. First officer side, everything is going to mirror what we have on the captain side there. We'll put terrain on the ND. Coming down to the main instrument panel, clock looks good. Nozzle steering is guarded. All of these switches should be in the norm position. We can test position 1 and position 2. Beautiful. We can test all of our lights. And look how pretty everything is lit up. Beautiful. We'll put that back on bright. All of these lights should be extinguished right here. Our standby instruments all look good. Let's go ahead and reset our fuel flow. And it should be set to rate. And let's go ahead and check our system. We have a hydraulic quantity is at 92 and 92. Looks good. Pressures are at 60. And on the engine here, we have our oil quantity at 93 and 99%. Both look good. So I will leave that on the secondary engine page there for our engine startup. We'll set RTO on the auto brakes here. Flaps are up, landing gear is indicating down through green lights. The brake pressure is just barely outside the green, that's okay. All of these lights should be extinguished just below here. Again, we can test system 1 and system 2. All of those look good. Normal for our display units. The clock is good. Heads up guidance has no messages on here. Ground proximity warning. Everything is There we go. A little better there. Everything is girded. We can do a quick system test and let that run in the background real slow. Coming on down to the center pedestal. Both FMCs look good. I'm going to put this one on FMC. We'll leave this right here. Trim about 5 units. Speed brakes are stowed. Our thrust levers, throttles. They're throttles in a Boeing. Alright, idle flaps are up. The parking brake is set. We got the little light there. Engines are in cutoff. And the snap trim cutoff switches are in the normal position. Alrighty, coming on down. The radios are set. We got approach control in the active. We have Unicom in the standby. That should work perfectly fine. Everything else looks good here. All we need to do is test our fire suppression here. Oop, I gotta hold this one. Okay. So, boop, there we go. Looks good. Everything else on the center looks good. Let's go ahead and get our auto ATC. No, it's not an auto ATC. Our clearance is a squawk of 7664. So we will put that in there. 7664. Beautiful. And I'll turn mode C on if it's not already. Rudder trim is 0. That's good. Aileron trim is showing 0. Beautiful. And everything on the first officer side looks good. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into programming the McDo here. Or not McDo, the CDU. We'll bring our tablet up. Bring our flight plan in. We'll hide you for now. Let's see. Let's go position init. And I want route. Request flight plan. Why are you not in there? Oh, you know what I need to do? Need to go in this. Electronic flight plan request from SimBrief. Beautiful. Now I can go down here and import from SimBrief. And we'll say set the payload, set the fuel. Excellent. Fuel is set, payload is set. We'll select the route. We're requesting it from SimBrief. You know, the one thing I forgot to do, I forgot to start our little music here. I told you it's been a while. It has been a while since I've streamed, but that is okay. There we go. We got our jazz music playing in the background while we are loading our FMC here. We'll go ahead and load. Route uplink loading. Seems like a lot of steps. I like the Airbus, how you just hit the one button, everything populates in. It seems like a lot of work to do. But PMDG, you got to give it to them. They did it how it would actually be done in the airplane. We'll go ahead and activate that. Let's go ahead and go into the departure page. We'll select 28. Well, let me check my clearance one more time. Fly runway heading. It doesn't say what runway to expect. I'm expecting 28 left, which, by the way, let's go ahead while I'm thinking about it. Let's go to our performance tool. We'll select 28 left. Optimal, anti-ice off, AC is on. We will import from the aircraft since it's already loaded there. We'll import the weather from the real world, and then let's go ahead and calculate. Beautiful. Actually, no, I want to do 155.0. We always like to do a... Oop, one too many zeros. Nope. That was the right amount of zeros. Never mind. Import from aircraft again. Yeah. Alrighty. So there we go. We'll go ahead and calculate that now. And we should get some good numbers. That's that gives us a 2,000 pound buffer, just in case, you know, extra bags, you know, extra standby passengers, what have you added on. It won't put us over. So we'll do 28 left. We'll execute that. There's no SID, so we'll just fly the runway heading here. For the arrival, we're going to be doing the Chins 5 Pendleton transition. So let's go ahead and Select a runway, ILS 34 left. I won't put a transition in there. And we'll do the Chins 5 Pendleton transition. Beautiful. And we'll go ahead and execute that. While I have that up here, let's go ahead and flights. Seattle. Let's star. So, oh, Chins 5 is already selected there. Let's do the ILS 34 left. Wait, am I not saying it? There we go. And let's go ahead and review our route here. We'll put you in plan, and we can step on through it. Ula, beautiful. Priestess, Okini, and then we have Pendleton. Pendleton's on the arrival. We have Pendleton, Brooks, Sunid, Yakima, then Chins, Ratty, Hump. Chins, Ratty, and Hump. Ratty had the restriction in there for the direction we're landing. That looks good. Lastly is Auburn. And then Auburn is a heading to intercept the, well, not intercept the localizer, but pretty much a heading onto the ILS there. This ILS all looks good. It's a 3-degree glide slope, was 6.3 miles from, what is that, Jalon to our missed approach point. That all looks good. Beautiful on our missed approach. We can step on through. It's going to go to Wexup. Is that, which missed approach is that? I do not see. Oh, Wexup right there. Wexup as a radar fix. Is that's an at or below? At or above 3,000. Okay, cool. So Wexup at or above. We're going to go to low fall. That looks good. So our entire route looks very, very good. Let's go back to route. We can do a performance initialization. We'll go ahead and request that as well. Put you back in our regular map mode. Beautiful. Alrighty, it's ready. We'll go ahead and load it, execute it, and we're going to 300. I'll go ahead and insert that there and execute that. Beautiful. Everything else looks good. I don't care that you can't do ready. So that looks good. Let's go ahead to the N1 limit page. We're looking at a TL1 select 29. That's going to give us a thrust rating of 95%. So we're going to go TL1 and flex 29. It's going to give us about 95%. That's good. It's going to be a flaps 5 takeoff, 46, 46, and 50. So let's go ahead and select 5, a CG of 24%. And what did I say? 46, 46, and 50 close. So we'll go ahead and adjust these values. 146, 146, and 150. Beautiful. Everything here is set and ready to go. So with that done, I'll get rid of you. Let's go ahead and get GSX going. Already imported from Simbri. Activate the ground services. We'll go ahead and request boarding. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the boarding thing. Beautiful. It's gonna go ahead. It does everything. That's kind of nice. PMDG has slowly started to integrate things into this here. What is it doing? It's inputting its own numbers. Oh wow. Okay. So it's putting in how many passengers there are. Oh wow. Okay. I did not know it would do that. So it's saying 147. Wow. GSX. I am liking this now. Did it literally go to the performance page and then go back to see It switched pages. I don't know why. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. I've never seen GSX do this before. I am learning something new right now. That's absolutely awesome. Whatever GSX is doing. So maybe I shouldn't hit load instantly. Maybe I should let GSX do its thing. Here. Do we have our flight attendant here? Yeah, we got our little flight attendant right here. Who I would hope is going to be standing here while the passengers start boarding up. Now, what is this going through the... Oh, it looks like it's going through the cabin. It's not going through the cabin. That's just a little courtesy curtain. There we go. Beautiful. So with the passengers loading up here, we're on the APU bus. APU bleed air is on. I'm gonna go ahead and release the GPU because that's something you have to do. That's the only downside, is you have to come into the ground services tab and release the GPU ground services, ground connections, and I want to release ground power. Beautiful. And then we'll release everything else when we are ready for push and start. So it should only take a little bit of time here for them to load up the aircraft. There are our trolleys right here full of bags ready to go on. We have passengers loading onto the aircraft right now. We're not worried about the little fueler guy being out there because we pretty much loaded everything instantly. This is all for looks at this point, but I mean, it looks absolutely fantastic. GSX integration with the PMDG has come such a long way. I'm so happy with it. While I was out, I think there have been like 5 or 6 or 7 updates to GSX, and it seems like GSX has really been on top of it. So if I pull up the GSX menu here, okay, the menu looks completely different. So now, if you notice, it has the little numbers right beside each little thing you can click on. Absolutely amazing that GSX did that. So now you can use the numpad on your keyboard and select what you want without having to go over and click anything. You just see it, you see the number, you can hit it. Just small quality of life updates, so good. They have a hotfix available. I am not gonna install the hotfix, especially right now, because who knows what's gonna happen with hotfix. But the fact that they had an update and are quick enough to have a hotfix, and they have a mechanism for you to install the hotfix within the in-game toolbar is absolutely fantastic. So GSX, kudos to you for improving and stepping up the ground handling services game. Really taking immersion to the next level. The other thing that I noticed with GSX, and maybe it's been such a long time since I've been in the simulator that it's been here this entire time, but I never really noticed. But now, if I can go down here, let's look down here. They have the flag. They have the little pin inserted into the nose wheel. That's so cool. That is so cool. I'm not a 737 guy, so I don't know if that's where it actually would be. So any real world 737 pilots here, let me know which side it goes on, if it goes on the left, right, or in the front. I don't know. They could go in the front, right? But on the Airbus, it would go on the FO side. There's a little bar there. You got to push that bar into the way it makes contact with another micro sensor that disconnects the nose wheel, and also sends a message to the flight deck at the same time, letting you know that the pin is installed. If you have that memo, that means either the sensor is broken or the pin is still installed, then you should not taxi, because the steering is locked out. So that is really cool that they did add that flag just hanging there, waiting for the aircraft to get pushed back. That's absolutely amazing. GSX just constantly upping the game here. Not as realistic with the Southwest, but that's okay. I didn't set up this position before the stream started, so you know, it is what it is. It's something I really should do before each stream, is set up each position with the correct airline, but that's okay. Really am liking what GSX has done. Really am liking what PMDG has done with their aircraft. I mean, the visual fidelity of this is absolutely amazing. It looks great. It flies great. The system's depth it's there. Again, unless you're a real 737 pilot, you're never going to use all the systems they put in there, right? So, like, for me, I'm never going to use all of this. We're almost done with the bags. I'm going to go back inside. And we can go ahead and run a before start checklist, at least for right now. Before start checklist, we'll run it to the line. So the parking brake is set. Oxygen is way up here on the overhead. It is checked. Navigation, transfer, and display switches are normal and auto. Window heat is on. Pressurization, auto, and set. Terrain display is selected. MCP is set. Oh, I need to set 16,000. That's what we got, 16,000. So we'll go ahead and select that in there. There's the runway heading. We'll do VNAV heading select. Beautiful. And displays are checked. Auto brake, RTO. Fuel quantity and distribution, we have 21.1 checked. CDU is checked. Engine start levers cut off. Transponder, we have it in TARA. Aileron and rudder trim 00. Departure briefing, that's what we need to do. So we'll ask our Gustavo if he's ready for a briefing. He is. Excellent. We'll bring up our airport diagram here. I don't know exactly how we'll taxi out to runway 28 left. It'll probably be Charlie and Mike. Cross 28 right to 28 left. Plan a flaps 5 reduced thrust takeoff. TO1 takeoff. And no special engine failure procedures. In the event of an engine failure, we'll fly the runway heading straight ahead. We'll fly it to about 4,000 feet, and we'll clean up the air, level off, clean up the aircraft, and make our way back around to 28 left, probably left traffic that takes us away from the mountains there. Otherwise, 16,000 is the top altitude, 282 is the runway heading there. And our departure frequency 19.6, that's in there, and we're squawking 7664. Any questions? Nope. Completed. Seatbelts, let's go ahead and turn those on now we can turn those on. APU on buses. Fuel panel, we'll go ahead and get those set. Flight forms and AML on board accepted. We're an aircraft 399. It's not the real aircraft, it's like 3297 or something like that on the outside. Heads are off. We're to the line. You said what is this background song? I like this piano one. Sounds like Coldplay. No, it's not Coldplay. I can tell you that much. It looks like they're all done outside. This is, so I play one thing. It's the relaxed movement. copyright-free music, so I never have to worry about copyright strikes. I'm not monetized anyway, but never have to worry about YouTube harassing me about copyright strikes. And this one is 3 a.m. Neon Light Vibes. That is the mix that is playing. I don't know what the last song was, because it's nothing's ever broken down on the tracks. I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly which song it is, but that is what I use there. Pirate's Discretion, or should I say First Officer Bones. So there you go. I like that. That one is a little bit easier for me to say versus Pirate's Discretion, but I'll leave that up to you, what you would prefer me to call you there. Alrighty, they're all done boarding, it looks like. Let's go back inside, check behind us. Yep, flight attendant is gone. That means they're all done boarding. We'll go ahead and close that boarding door. We'll go up to the overhead here. Bleeds are looking good. We'll get the probe heat on. We'll get the electric pumps on, and let's go ahead and get the boarding door closed. So we want door management. We will close all. That's what we need to do. Beautiful. And we can release the jetway. Activate ground services. Alrighty. Prepare for pushback and departure. When the gear's getting locked out, we will go ahead and remove the chocks. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and call up approach and get a pushback clearance. Boise approach, Delta 3318 is at gate 15, ready for push and start.
Delta 3318, looks good departure. The ramp is uncontrolled. Push inside your discretion. Required for taxi. 28 left for departure.
Ready, pushes our discretion, and we'll call ready to taxi, runway 28 left for Delta 3318. Alrighty, so 28 left, that's going to be a nose right on the apron. So we have electric, hide, and air conditioning panel. All of those make perfectly good sense. Let's complete our checklist. Oops, I forgot one more thing. We're about to start an engine. Let's get our indication lights on. Beautiful. And below the line, our probe heat is on. Hydraulic panel is set. Doors and windows are closed and locked. Anti-collision light is on. The before start checklist is complete. Beautiful. He's ready for pushback downstairs. Brakes release, clear to push. Alrighty, he said all engines are clear, start at will. Let's go ahead, and we have Matthew Addington is a new subscriber. Welcome, 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 Matthew. Thank you for hitting that sub button. Really do appreciate it. Welcome to the Eagle's Nest, sir. Hope you are enjoying the content here on the Gray Eagle Sim Pilot channel. Really do appreciate it. Probably here after we take off, I'm gonna try and throw in a poll into the chat there. You guys go ahead and vote on it. The poll will be, I'll just preempt you here on what the poll is going to be. If you, since I have been streaming a lot less lately, but I have been taking a lot more videos on my overnights of the different cities I've been to. On the walks I go on, I try to get about at least 10,000 steps in, if not 12 or 13,000 steps in. And that's just, I don't know, it's not a New Year's resolution, not New Year, New Me, just, trying to promote getting out and being a little bit healthier on my overnights. So I'm gonna put a poll in there to see if you guys would like to see me add more YouTube shorts, nothing crazy, 10-second videos of the cities I've gone to or the cities I go to, and the nature walks I take when I'm at the city. So you'd be surprised how many cities have beautiful nature walks. So let's go ahead and the APU bleed is on. Let's go ahead and get the packs off. That way we can get an engine started here. I think they use engine 2 first. Oops, nope. Actually have to, let's go R. How about that? And then ground. All right. They're done with the pushback. We will go ahead and set our brakes here. Brakes are set. Clear to disconnect the interphone. Have a fantastic day. Alrighty. Engine's pulling up quite nicely here. Now you see why I went system and then engine, because I can just leave it up here. Let's go ahead and introduce fuel. Go ahead and pause that music for now. Get here that starter cut out all the way in first class. All right, let's go ahead and go ground for the number 1 engine. We have into rotation. Beautiful. We're at 25%. Let's go ahead and introduce fuel. I'm going to bring that volume all the way up for you all. Let's go to the other side. The PMDG engine sounds are quite quiet. That's okay. It's okay. I'll take it though. I'll take it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alrighty. Wrong button there. Alright, Our Lady with the Pen gave us the salute. Let's go ahead and get our generators on buses here. Beautiful. With that, let's get our packs going. Isolation valve and auto. Bleed can come off. Beautiful. Everything is set on the overhead panel. Let's go ahead and run our trim. We should be at a trim of 5.2. So run the trim about somewhere just around 5, which is right about there. That looks good. What I'll do is I'll put the right McDo return FMC and net takeoff. We'll put that on takeoff. We'll put you on legs. Beautiful. Flaps 5. Excellent. Recall. Nothing in the recalls. Everything looks normal. Taxi light can come on. Let's go ahead and do our flight control check here. We'll start with the rudders. Left, right. Beautiful. Yoke, up, down. With it all the way in the full down position, it moves just a tiny bit. If you look over here, this is what it would really look like. Beautiful. Go ahead and get rid of our engines here. I forget we have fuel in the center. Let's go ahead and put those pumps on. Excellent. And let's do an after start checklist. The engine anti-ice says as required, generators on. I forgot to actually turn off the EPU. I turned the generators on, but I didn't turn off the EPU. There we go. Air conditioning and bleeds are set. Flaps are set. Flight controls are checked. Recall is checked. After start checklist is complete. And I like doing the before takeoff checklist right here too as well. Takeoff data and bugs, closeout received and checked. Flaps 005, green light. Step trim, 5.2 units. Takeoff briefing completed. HUD, we'll just leave the HUD alone for this flight. We're going to do a HUD. I've been doing the HUD every single flight. We're going to do no HUD on this flight. Generators are on, AC and bleeds, auto and set. Beautiful, we're to the line. Then let's call up, ready for taxi. Let me go ahead and pull up the ATIS real quick. It's going to be Sierra. Any major changes here? Let's Sierra Energy. 3005 is the meter still. Beautiful. Clear approach at Delta 3318. Ready to taxi. Information Sierra.
Delta 3318. Runway 28 left. Taxi via Alpha Mike. Runway 28 right at Mike.
Alrighty, 28 left via Alpha Mike, cross 28 right at Mike for Delta 3318. Alrighty. I'll leave the taxi diagram up there for you all to see. We will make the right-hand turn here, and yeah, we'll make the taxiway continues. Oh, this is all one ginormous taxiway here. Yep, so we'll make this turn here, and then a left on Alpha down to Mike. We'll turn right and then cross 28 right at Mike. Fantastic. I'll bring this back down to where I had it before. Beautiful. So you're not hearing the simulator blow your ears out there. There we go. I do forget that the PMDG, there's like, I mean, the noseable steering on this. I don't know if the 737 has really good noseable steering, but this really does make it seem like it does have really good noseable steering. Like the slightest little turn on the tiller and the airplane just moves. It doesn't feel like there's inertia behind it. Like the airplane's not rocking whenever you make that turn. Beautiful Boise, man. I absolutely love a town nestled at the base of some mountains. It's kind of sad to see the snow has melted off the mountains, but that's all right. I will. You take your wins where you can. I do love Boise in the summertime as well. The other thing I've been dealing with is, while I've been out, is, you know, taking care of myself, taking care of one sick kid, and who gets better and then gets sick again. So that's always been fun. We've had dentist appointments, doctor's appointments. Oh my, has it been quite a busy few months, let me tell you. Hopefully here there will be a little bit, I shouldn't say stability in the streaming, but about once a week, if not 2 or 3 times a week, I should be able to stream. Now I'll probably change the streams times up a little bit, to do more midday streams. It really depends on what I have going on. The other thing I've been doing is slowly painting the house, repainting the house, I should say. So that's been on my honey-do list. Been the latest room I did was the one of the bathrooms. So painting it a Greek villa. That's the name of the color, I guess. And I actually like it. That's one of the colors. It's more of a neutral white color, but it's not like a white color. It's more like a cream white color, and it looks really good. I think it will go with a lot of things. And there might be a change of households here. Who knows? This coming summer for the Gray Eagle household. Quite possibly, Gray Eagle Sim Pilot could be getting his own computer room to, game and stream on. Alrighty, here's Mike. We are cleared to cross, Mike. We'll go ahead and notify the flight attendants. Yeah, I don't know how to do it in here. Where's the PA button? I don't know how to make the PA. We'll pretend to make a PA. So let's go ahead and turn here on Mike. The brakes are super sensitive as well. Get all of our lights on. And excellent. So flight attendants are notified. I see runway 28 left coming into view right out there. Let's go below the line. MCP and ND runway 28 checked in runway 28 left. The PA is completed. Lights are all set or will be set. The before takeoff checklist is complete. Beautiful. We are ready to go. So you don't get the full length here at 28. That's all right. Departure Delta 3318, ready for departure 28 left.
3318 on departure, flag runway heading, wind on 340 at 8, runway 28 left, cleared for takeoff.
Fly the runway heading 28 left, clear for takeoff, Delta 3318. Beautiful. That sign is incorrect. It says 28 right on there. That's why I hesitated. Alrighty, beautiful. We are all set for takeoff here. I'm going to bring the sim volume back up again so you can hear this amazing takeoff. Out of Boise, I'll get rid of you. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I did not set... What do I want? 155 here. Let's go 155. Or 165, sorry. There we go. There's V2 plus 10. Let's go 40% on the N1s. There we go. Thrust set. Checked.
Positive ready to climb.
You're up. Man one. Run heading. Beautiful. Delta 3318, 4,300 climbing 16,000 runway heading. Ola 16,000, Delta 3318. So we'll go ahead and do that. LNAV. Ola, 16,000, Delta 3318. My ready flaps, 1. Beautiful, flaps up. Rubber brakes can come off. Gear can go off. After takeoff checklist. Flaps are up. No lights. Gear is off. Auto brake off. Air conditioning, bleeds, and pressurization checked. Anti-ice as required, APU as required. Let me actually get a good overhead view here. So yeah, we have our differential pressure coming up, so that's good. What is this? Unable, 250 knots at ready. Okay. It keeps giving me that. Check out this mountain departure out of here. Absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna bring the sim volume back down to a more appropriate level. Absolutely beautiful view of Boise. Let's go outside, see if we can get an external view here. Hard to believe we're already that far from the airport. Beautiful city of Boise, Idaho. A little bit of a gusty wind out here today, but that is quite all right. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Hopefully everyone is having a fantastic evening, this morning, wherever you are around the world. Hopefully you are enjoying it. I think, didn't Sim Update 5 come out today? So I was a little disappointed in that, but I am happy that the simulator is performing. Let me put it like that. It can always be a little dicey in terms of how the simulator is going to perform after a simulator update. Let me tell you, we're through 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and let our flight attendants know we are now out of sterile. Beautiful. Yeah, with the simulator updates, it can be a little bit dicey, simply because they're always changing something, and it seems like whenever they change something, it breaks something else, and the stability of the sim can always be in question. I know they have the beta testers, or the people who opt into beta testing, so that when they do a full launch, there aren't nearly as many issues, but there always seems to be some issues here or there. Some things always seem to get reset somewhere super hidden that you didn't even know existed, or you set it up, when the sim came out 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago now. Wow, can't believe we're 2 years into 2024. Flight Sim 2024. That's absolutely crazy.
33, do you need my airspace offline register terminated frequency change approved target flight?
Radar services are terminated. Frequency change is approved for Delta 3318. Thanks for the ATC, and have a fantastic rest of your evening. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and put 300 in there. We will go ahead and put 122.8. Beautiful. I don't think Seattle Center approach. Nope, they are not on. That's perfectly fine. We'll continue on our mission doing what we're doing, which is absolutely fine. Looks like the best views are going to be the views right off our left wing here. You can see what appears to be the bread basket of the northwest here. Lots of lush green land, lots of farmland, some mountains, some rolling hills. Absolutely beautiful out here. But yeah, like I was saying, sometimes it can be a little bit spicy. I think we're through 18,000 feet. Let's go ahead and do standards at once, twice, and thrice, and we can get all of our lights off. There we go. Beautiful. How much fuel is left? We got 1,400 pounds left in the center tank. Go ahead and we'll try to clear that up later on. We'll give it, I don't know, about 5-10 more minutes. Come back up and turn those pumps off. But yeah, as I was saying, yep, it can always be a little unsure. And I didn't get a chance earlier today to test out the sim update. Oh, the other thing I did mention. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. It's I ended up, I don't know, buying a new car. I don't know. So I've been having fun messing around with that. Just got it back this morning from the tint shop. Had the windows tinted. Had the car wrapped in protection film. And ceramic coated, so which is absolutely fantastic. Was driving it home. It got a little wet on the way home. Everything just beaded right off. Let me tell you, if you can ceramic coat your car, do it yourself, have someone else do it who knows what they're doing, it really doesn't matter. If you can ceramic coat your car, go for it. The water will bead right off your car like it's allergic to it. It's absolutely fantastic. So I have to say I'm not disappointed at all with the work they did there. So yeah, got myself a new little whip. Something that the kids will enjoy being in, driving around. My oldest son, who is actually old enough to maybe appreciate it a little bit, he's actually kind of taking a little bit of pride in keeping it clean. So like usually, I mean, if any of you have little eagles out there, you already know that the little eagles tend to make a little bit of a mess in the backseat of your car, SUV, truck, whatever it is that they're in. So it's always going to be a little bit messy, but he's actually taking the time to keep it clean. So maybe that's one of the good incentives of this is he actually likes this car, enjoys this car, and wants to keep it clean. And hopefully that will instill in him the work ethic it takes to keep things clean. Because that's someone always cleans up after you, right? Years ago. Wow, when I say years ago, I mean high school. I was high school age, maybe college age. I think it was like a freshman in college. My summer job was to work at a movie theater, which was perfectly fine. I actually did really enjoy working the movie theater. I learned, weirdly enough, that Christmas is their busiest day of the year. I did not know that was a thing for families to do until I worked at a movie theater. Like, families will open presents and they'll be like, well, don't know what to do for the rest of the day. Let's go watch a movie. And then so they'll go watch movies. I did not know that was a thing. So that was very interesting, because obviously someone has to work the theater, right, on Christmas Day. So, you kind of learn some things here and there about human behavior, if you will. But obviously, working in the movie theater, you work all aspects of the theater, the box office, the concessions, obviously the concessions. But the other part is you gotta clean the theater when a movie is done, and so you gotta be the cleaning crew. So got to be the person that cleans up after people. And for those of you listening out there, if you go to a theater or a stadium or an event, say a concert or something like that, be mindful, man. If you have a drink or some food, don't just throw it on the ground. When the concert's over, take it to the nearest trash can. Or if you take a potty break during the concert or the basketball game or football game or soccer game, take your food with you and put it in the trash. It makes the people who have to come and clean everything up, it makes their job a lot easier. And so it's just that the small little things like that, when people actually would take the time and throw their stuff in the trash, you actually really did appreciate that, because you didn't have to run around the theater cleaning everything up. And a lot of people would leave things in a very bad state, especially if it was a really popular movie like Harry Potter. Then it was going to take a while to clean up. The one job I never got to work in the movie theater, though, is the film guy. You know who I'm talking about? The guy who actually puts the film on the reel and starts the movie. Never got to work that role, but worked pretty much everything else that you could work there. So, not bad. And literally after we take off, Boise Tower popped online. That's okay. Not like we need a tower. Approach control had everything. It wasn't that busy down there anyway. Portland ground is on. We still have no one up in Seattle. That's okay. FlexJet 9911 is way in front of us on the arrival on the chins. I think that's the only other airplane going into Seattle right now. So we can sit back, relax. Let me go ahead and kick some of the chill vibes back on. We got the aircraft noise low. We have the vibes high. And welcome to the Eagle's Nest. Hopefully everyone out there is having a fantastic time. If you're enjoying watching the stream, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Really appreciate it. Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't know how I would forget. One of the little eaglets had a birthday as well. I had a little birthday party, 2 birthday parties actually. One for family, one for friends, one for our family, and one for his friends. How about that? So I was able to be around for that. One of the good things, I'm slowly climbing up that seniority totem pole there. So starting to get a little seniority, starting to be able to control the schedule just a little bit to get the days off I need here and there. Can't get everything off, obviously. The oldest eaglet is in soccer right now, so that practice goes Tuesday nights, games on Saturdays. We just found out flag football that we signed him up for will be practice at Tuesday nights at the exact same time. So we're gonna have to drop the very last soccer practice and do the flag football thing. So that's what we're gonna be doing with him, and then again other activities on Wednesday. So that's why I'm hopefully, if I'm gonna stream on Tuesdays, like Turn and Burn Tuesdays or something like that, then and Wednesdays as well, I would like to do them in the middle of the day my time. It'd be evening in the Europe, it'd be early morning on the West Coast, but I'm gonna try to do it like a midday thing. That way, if you're waking up on the West Coast, you can wake up, tune in. If you're chilling after work on the in Europe, then you can chill out, tune in, and watch me fly or try to fly some of these airplanes here. So the what is it? The L1011 also released, which in terms of the technology in that airplane, absolutely love that airplane. Am I going to be buying it and flying it on the stream? No, you will not see me buy and fly that airplane on stream. Just like the MD-11, you won't see me flying by that, especially the L1011. The MD-11 actually has a higher shot of being bought and flown versus the L1011, and the only reason why is the L1011, and I'm really hoping, who is it? Aerosoft that's doing an A300, an older A300. They have the engineer station, which is fine. You can have the engineer station. However, this takes a lot of work trying to do the work of the engineer, the first officer, and the captain. It's already a lot of work in this airplane here. Just getting it airborne. We're here at 30,000 feet, anticipating a smooth ride. Fast seatbelt sign is off at this time. Let me go ahead and bring the range out a little bit there. We have Pendleton coming into view. Let me resync my heading. Beautiful. Heading is synced. I'll go out one more. Oop. That might be too far out, but there we go. So Pendleton will start the arrival there. We kind of reviewed it on the ground, so I'm not going to re-review it here in the air. So that's we don't have to worry about that. What I will do though is let's go here. Do I want performance tool, en route landing, 3-4 left. Import aircraft details from the aircraft. We're already at 146,720. I like doing a flaps 40 landing, AC on, anti-ice off. No credit on the reversers. Auto brake 3 tends to work to me. Auto brake 3 works the best. It slows the aircraft down a good amount without being overly aggressive like Max would be. But 2 seems too soft. Max is too much. 3 is right in the sweet spot. No non-normals. Ref plus 5. We'll import the weather 010 at 6 to 30 degrees. Okay, so we'll calculate 146,300. Okay, well, let's do 146 is, oh, yeah, we're going to be well below that. Let's do 146. Let's do a max landing weight then. 146, 300, because we're going to burn that fuel, so that's no problem. Calculate, we need 5,592 feet of runway. It's 8,494 feet of runway, so that's good there. So we will go ahead and set auto brakes 3. Fuel, let's go ahead and get the pumps turned off. No more fuel in the center tank. Beautiful. If we go down here, I know all of this is in preparation for landing, but it's got to be done. We'll do flaps 40. We'll go ahead and select that here, at least for now. ILS is going to be 11075 and 344. Let's go ahead and set 344 and there. 344 can be set in here, and this is what I'm saying, like these older airplanes, it's already a lot to do, and I'm not saying like this is a super old airplane unable to hit the already. Okay, you keep saying that. I don't know why you keep saying that though. I wonder if it's going to be going too slow. Target speed of what? No, target speed should be 290 in the descent. Okay. That may change our top of descent there ever so slightly. Alrighty. We're in a turn, or we finished our turn. Let's go ahead and sync our heading again. Beautiful. And just like, look, it's an older plane. I've already had to sync the heading. I'm putting in final approach courses. I did the wrong one there. I got to do the approach course frequency of 11075. So let's go ahead and do that. 11075. We'll insert that. 11075. We'll insert tate that. And then, as a backup, let's go ahead and pull the VOR for Seattle. 116.8 is what it's going to be. So we'll leave that in standby. 116.8. 116.8. Beautiful. And then lastly, for the SeaTac frequency, we can have that in standby. So .SeaTac, KSEA, 119.9er. Beautiful. So we'll go ahead and put that in there, 119.9er. That's in our standby, ready to go. We're pretty much all set up and ready to go for our approach here. I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, I like putting approach or takeoff data over here, and we'll put our legs page over there. Beautiful. We're all pretty much set up and ready to go for our arrival. The only restriction on their arrival is right here. We have Ratty. That's going to be at 12 and 250. So let's go ahead and put 12,000 in here. We can pre-select that. And let me tweak the landing elevation based on this. Touchdown zone elevation 379, so 350. We'll go ahead and do 350. Beautiful. Everything is looking good. Check our pressurization panel again. We have a diff P of 7.8 and a cabin altitude of about 5,000 feet. So that looks good. We're climbing 0. Everything is looking good. Perfect. I mean, we could come up here and check the temps. I don't really care about the temps. What is that? 65 degrees. All right. Kind of cold, but, you know, with a lot of bodies in the back, maybe it's worth it, you know? But that's one of the reasons right there why going older, as much as the oldest I'm going to go in terms of airplanes or technology in airplanes, no, airplanes in general, I will do a 737 Classic. I'll do a 737 Classic. I know CSS has one. I don't know how much I'm actually into the CSS yet. Verdict is still out on that. But I do like a good Classic. I do remember PMDG in the day. They had the 300, 400, and 500. 300, 400, 500, yeah. Classics. That's how PMDG essentially started. Those are the first airplanes that I flew in Flight Simulator that were quote-unquote study-level airplanes, and I absolutely enjoyed flying the PMDG 737s around with the old CRT screens and the old round dial gauges, the CDU with a green glow. So it's very much similar to the next-gen 737s and even the MAX series 737s. So, I mean, the biggest thing is the screens are different, and the CDU is a little different, but that's about it. Functionally, the system should operate almost the same. I'm going to bring up the map here real quick, and the only reason why is because we have... It's hard to see. Why would you do that? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that... Yeah, hood will be closest to our route. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that's a mountain. That's not telling me what mountain that is. I'm pretty sure that said hood on there, but maybe not. So you can see this one clearly. The flat one. Let me zoom in just a little bit here. The one that's the flattest, that should be St. Helens. Right here. So that should be Mount St. Helens. All of this you can see in the real airplane as well. This should be Mount Adams right here. And I think this was Hood up here. It's not showing me what it is, but that should be Hood right there. No, Hood's closer to the Columbia River, isn't it? So we have St. Helens there. Okay. Now Hood. This would be Hood. Way down here. Nope. So Hood will be down here. So we have Hood, St. Helens, Adams, and this will be Rainier. So that's those are the mountain ranges. We're gonna fly right by Rainier. So that's this mountain right here. Rainier. I don't know why it's not showing up here on the thing. It should show up as Mount Rainier, but it's not. It is what it is. But in real life, you can definitely see these mountains just like this. The flat mountain, St. Helens, Adams, Hood close to Portland there, and then we have Rainier close to Seattle. I am getting an auto ATC. Seattle Center advises descend via the Chins 5 arrival. The Seattle altimeter 3001. There we go. So let's go ahead and bring you up. Get the current weather. I guess real one. 3001. 23 degrees. It's weird not putting anything in the box, but it is what it is. So top of descent here is in a few miles. So we will chill out here. I'll wait for the aircraft to automatically begin its descent. Oh wow, look at there. Just the terrain detail is absolutely phenomenal. And of course we all know Mount St. Helens is shorter than the other mountains because it literally blew its top off several decades ago. So right now it's I think it's still an active volcano, but nothing's really happening with it. One of the reasons I do love flying into Seattle is coming in and seeing all those mountains. Absolutely beautiful. And again, also seeing, oh, now that I'm up here in cruise, like I said, I was going to publish a poll. Alrighty, super simple poll. Should I make, it's gonna be, let's say, okay, so I'm gonna word it, should I make YouTube shorts of the cities I'm in on my layovers? Super simple, yes or no. So we'll go ahead and start that poll. I'll end it at the end of the stream there, so I really don't need to monitor that. So there we go. Beautiful. Because like I said, I've been taking some pictures, some videos of where I walk and where I've been on my overnights. It definitely seems that every city in the US has a river going right through it. I find that a little suspicious, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to be mad about it because most of the river walks that I've walked on, absolutely beautiful, especially some of the river walks in the Great Plains area. Absolutely beautiful. Even in the Midwest, Great Plains, Midwest, can't go wrong. Oh, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Wow, you can see Hood in the background there. Fantastic. I love flying in here on a beautiful day. And I swear, air traffic control will take you off the arrival and vector you so close to Mount Rainier. You're like, is this even legal? But that close-up view of Mount Rainier is absolutely, it cannot be beat. It cannot be beat. There's Rainier dead ahead. We're flying right on it on the arrival. Beautiful. So yeah, like I said, the stream schedule still won't be like every day or every other day or any sort of consistency, and the time on Tuesday and Wednesdays are going to be earlier streams, and then my normal time streams on other days, just because of after school activities that need to be done for the little eagles there. So, expect that probably tomorrow. I'll be hopping back in the Airbus. It's been such a long time since we've flown Airbus on stream. I mean, really, in the grand scheme of things, it hasn't been that long of a time since we flew the Airbus on stream. We just flew the 737 for several legs in a row when it came out. So got to familiarize ourselves with the 737, and we'll hop back into the Airbus. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking I might want to do some A319 ops down from Miami down to Grand Cayman, or maybe I'll do, I don't have a Fort Lauderdale scenery. Or else I'd do like Fort Lauderdale to Grand Cayman or something like that. I'm gonna go down to Grand Cayman. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. I decided in my head that because that was one of the ports of call on our cruise, and I kind of liked it there, that I want to do a flight into there. I think I have a scenery for that airport. I think I'm gonna have to check and see tomorrow to make sure I have a scenery for that airport. Hopefully freeware. I'm not buying a scenery. You know me. If it can be done for free, I'll take that. So we have 100% yes. No one's voted no, I don't think. So there we go. Although to be fair, I think one person has voted. So yeah, one vote. So I'll go ahead and collapse that back down. No biggie there. I'll just leave that up until the end of the flight. Make sure you vote on it, and we'll see if you guys really do want to see some YouTube shorts of my adventures on the overnight, then I will go ahead and do that, because it's not going to be every overnight that I'm going to have time to go ahead and walk around and put together some YouTube shorts for you, but I am going to focus on not watching Netflix on my overnights, and focus on just working on myself and being a little bit productive on the overnights. And one of the things I did start doing, though, speaking of Netflix, is I started watching Stranger Things. I know. I am way behind with watching Stranger Things. I know. The series is already over. Don't spoil it, okay? I've just finished season 1. All right. So, yeah, went through one season of Stranger Things. That took a few overnights to do. But that's been what I've been doing. And also walking around and just looking at the beauty. I do have to say, going from city to city, big and small, from East Coast to West Coast, from the Great White North to beautiful sunny South. There's a lot of beauty to be had in the U.S. of A. There quite is a lot of natural beauty. I really do enjoy walking and seeing a town that loves to. We haven't begun our top of descent there yet. Ed E, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome, 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 welcome to the Eagles Nest. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. I'm glad you were able to join us, even if it was just for a little bit there. I put a little poll in the chat there. Feel free to vote on it. I know I won't be streaming as much. I never streamed that much to begin with, but you know, 1 to 2, maybe 3 streams a week tops is what we're going to be looking at. And if it's going to be on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, plan on an earlier stream versus any other day of the week, just because of certain activities that need to be had with the little eagles there. So feel free to vote on that. I will be, like I've said before, I've been walking around on the overnights, been taking some videos, pictures of the beautiful cities all across these great states. And, you know, it's absolutely amazing seeing some of the beautiful artwork, the beautiful trails, the beautiful rivers that we have. And I absolutely love it when a city takes care of their green space and makes it a nice, friendly, and beautiful place to want to take your kids or the family, or even just yourself if you're a fitness person or a fitfluencer, to just go out and run for a few miles. Because some of these trails, they go on for miles and miles. One of them, I literally just had to stop and turn around because it would have taken me to a university, which was miles away. And I had already walked, I think at that point, at least a mile, probably a mile, and well, it had to have been over a mile, but maybe a mile and a half, before I was like, okay, let me go ahead and turn this around and head back to safety there. And well, that's good to hear, Eddie. That's really good to hear that you are doing well. Glad you're able to make it in. We are just dive bombing this. We do not need to be dive bombing that hard. I know it's just 290 knots now. No one else is coming into Seattle, so we'll go ahead and make this restriction here at Ratty. Once we get a little bit closer, I will go ahead and break off of the arrival here so that we have a little bit of space to come on down. So that's pretty much what we can plan on. I'll break us off well before the end of the arrival here. Oh, ooh. Let's see. First Officer Bones. Where are we parking this evening? Hey, the airport's near me. Seattle is planned. I want to select from the map here, and where are we gonna go park? Is my question. I know Delta Park's somewhere down here. Somewhere around here. I'm not too sure though. Let's park. This looks like a good big spot to park at. Who knows? Alpha 4, it has 2 ways to park. Really? Oh, it's heavy gate, that's why. Okay, let's not do that. And say we did. Let's not do that and pretend we did. Nah. What I don't want to do is park anywhere near this. I remember what happened last time. You're not gonna fool me. let's do this. Let's park at Bravo. What are all these logos? What does it mean? Is that gas? So it has fuel and a marshaller. There's a bus and a marshaller. Okay. I didn't realize. Wow. Okay. They're really getting into this right now. You say you got rudder pedals the other day, and wow, what a difference. You really like it. That is, I mean, welcome to, we'll go Bravo 9 here. Welcome to the peripheral game. We'll go ahead and select that, you know, use Jetway Airport Stairs. There we go. And ASIG, how about that? Yep. Yes, welcome to the road of peripherals. Once you stop, once you pop, you can't stop. Let me tell you there, Eddie, it is... You got the rudder pedals, and next you're gonna want to get some Airbus throttles, and then next you're gonna want to get an actual Airbus side stick. It is a slippery slope, but let me tell you, if you just get yourself a honeycomb Bravo and a joystick, you'll be perfectly fine for whatever you want to fly. The honeycomb is so adaptive. You can fly anything with that throttle setup, and then just get any old side stick, whatever fits you the best. Not even side stick, it doesn't have to be a side stick. You can get a yoke as well, but you know, get whatever is budget friendly for you. Let's go ahead, let's get the seatbelt sign on, let's get all of our lights back on, our pressurization checked. Their recall is checked. All of our approach data is done. Arrival briefing. We've reviewed the arrival. It's going to be a visual and backed up with the ILS 34 left. Flaps 40. Auto brakes 3. Right hand turn off. We get across 2 runways. We get across 2 runways to get all the way back down. So let's plan an echo turn off, cross 2 runways, and we'll probably take, what is this, Bravo all the way back down to our gate here. Questions? No questions. Terrain is on D to mitigate running into Rainier, which is right here. That's Rainier. Beautiful. Let's go here, 3001 I think it was. Excellent. That's set once. So, nope, it went back down at 000. That's set once. That's set twice and thrice. Let's go ahead and do a descent checklist. Altimeters. We have 3001. Approach preparation completed. Pressurization is checked. Terrain displays selected. Lights are set. The descent checklist is complete. Oh, I hate that the clouds are blocking it. Rainier. Oh my gosh, Rainier looks so amazing. I hate that the clouds are blocking. I'm going to do a little zoom in right there for you all. Mount Rainier. Yeah, I have the Thrustmaster side stick. That's yeah, that's the exact one I have. I have the TCA Captain's Pack for the side stick there. I like it. It gets the job done. And throttle. And now you have the pedals. There you go. I think I had your exact setup. I had the Thrustmaster throttle, the HOTAS throttle, and side stick, and then I had the rudder. It all kind of came together as one set. I think you could have gotten it with just the throttle and joystick without the rudders, and then the rudders, you could have just had that as like an add-on. So 13 for 12, which is good because it feels like we are definitely getting close to these mountains down here, which is actually true to real life too. You get down here and you're like, ooh, we're getting really close. But ready is at 12, 250 knots. So what I'll do is Oh, there should be no speeder ready because I actually increased the speed up. Okay, so we were going to be below 250 knots already. Now we are not. Beautiful. David Robertson, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for hitting that subscription button. Welcome to the Eagle's Nest. Hopefully you are enjoying the content this evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. But yeah, Eddie. So you have the same setup I started with, 100%, and I had that for years. When I say years, I mean I got all the way. I did all of X-Plane 10, then I upgraded to X-Plane 11, and then I did Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So I did all of those simulators with the Thrustmaster sight stick and HOTAS throttles and rudder. That's what I did. In addition to, I would also play. No, I don't want that. Let's go that view. Beautiful view. In addition, I would play DCS as well with that. So I don't have that throttle or rudder anymore, so the DCS is not happening. I really want to get a proper HOTAS setup in order to play DCS, because there's just so many buttons that you need to have programmed for that. It's absolutely insane. But I do update it from time to time. DCS, I still haven't installed, and I update it from time to time, but I haven't played it. I actually don't play it. And I think it actually plays best. Let's go ahead and prepare the flight attendants for landing. I don't know how to make the PA here. Flight attendants, prepare for landing. Beautiful. So we'll go ahead and do that. Chime them. Those are all set. And let's go ahead and let's do a 270 heading. And we will descend down to 8,000, at least for now, since the safe area, according to this, is about 7,300. So 8,000, flight level change, 213 knots. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to, well, we'll stay here. I think the SeaTac is more for within that 5-mile range. So we'll stay out here. No one's coming on, and Flight Radar 24 is showing literally no one. It's just me out here. It's me, the only airplane between Portland and Seattle is me. So I think we'll be fine. I think we will be fine there. So we'll go ahead and do a flight level change. I'm gonna swing it out just a little bit. Oh, nope. 210. I'm gonna swing it out just a little bit more. We'll do a 260 on the heading, and then we'll do direct to Josta, but then we'll do a 344 radial or intercept there. There's our line. It's snapped. We'll execute that. Beautiful. I love how this doesn't automatically engage. That's one of the nice things there with the Airbus. We're going, or with the Boeing, is in the Airbus that would automatically engage. Let's see. Before landing, checklist approach briefing is completed. Seatbelt signs are on. PA is completed. Recall checked. Auto brakes are as required. HUD we're not going to use. Radios and displays set and cross check to the line. We're good down to 7,000 feet now. Gonna go ahead and bring some speed brakes out. That's interesting that it did that, but that's okay. I think it's something to do with my my throttle quadrant set up, but we'll just go ahead and dump the speed brakes, do a full speed brake thing there. We'll go down to 6,000 now. Do flaps 1. We'll go ahead and get rid of our in-flight music. Go ahead and put a pause to that. I forgot we need to start recording here. There we go. Beautiful. Recording is recording. Excellent. I have suddenly started losing frames. Very interesting. That's a first. Okay, doing better. Frames are back. Do not know why we dropped frames there. Let's go straight down to 4,000 now. We're in our sterile phase, so I'm sorry if I do not see any comments you all post here. Just trying to get the aircraft down and configured in a semi-reasonable way. The banana bar is showing my energy. Looks like it. We should be leveling off at 4,000. Prior to us intercepting the localizer here. What I'll do, once we get within about 2 miles or so, I'll spin that to a 330 heading. I'll arm up the approach and arm up the second autopilot as well. So we can plan on that all happening here momentarily. So we're at 7,000 feet, descending down to 4,000 feet. At 210 knots, speed brakes are deployed as of right now. Don't think I'll keep them out. Well, I'll keep them out all the way until we get down to 4,000 feet. Then I'm going to slow up that speed naturally. 143 is the ref speed. Okay, don't worry about that steep descent. See, the glide slope is slowly starting to go above the aircraft now. That's really good. That's what I'm looking for. The sunset here on the west coast looking absolutely fantastic. I should say evening time. It's not really that close to sunset here. Alrighty, we're at 5,000 for 4,000. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the speed brakes back in. I do not know why you're doing that. Alrighty, let's go to a heading of 300 to intercept the approach here. And we'll arm both. Viewer localizer, low capture. We'll go ahead and slow you up to about 100 and let's call it 80 knots. Flaps 5. Beautiful. There's the airport dead ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the SeaTac. We're on what? 15-mile final. Glide slope capture. We can set the missed approach altitude. That's going to be, I think it was 5,000 feet. 5,000 feet. Beautiful. I'm going to set my physical throttles to about 50%. That's a good approach reference once everything is configured, once we're fully dirty. So once I see the airport sneaking up here, oh, let me go ahead and spin the heading to 344 as well. Beautiful. Seattle traffic, Delta 3318, a 737 is on a 7-mile final, runway 34 left. Any traffic in the area, please advise. Alright, I'm pretty sure we're the only one in the area, so we will go ahead and we'll slow on up to our ref speed of 143 plus 5, so that's going to be 140 divide by 0 error, 147? 140, yeah, 7. There we go. Gear down. Flaps 15. Flaps 25. Like, these windows are super tight. Is it really like that on the 737? Like, why are these windows always so super tight? Flaps 30. Alrighty, and flaps 40. Why is the lower number always coming up? That's the other part I don't understand. Playing with fire here in a 737. There's no way your ref window should be... Oh, now it falls all the way down. So weird. Alrighty. Volume's coming up. I will see you all on the ground. Alright, below the line. Speed brakes armed, green light, gear down 3 green, down and green it says, and flaps 40, green light. Before landing checklist is complete. Beautiful. Stable. Autopilot's gonna come off, auto thrust is gonna come off. Got a little slow there.
400. 100. 50. 30. 20.
Oop, pitched up too much.
10.
Except this. You just kind of, if you pitch up too much, you just gotta accept that firm landing that's about to happen. That's alright. Not a bad landing. For the first time back, we're at 80 knots. Manual braking. Let's go ahead and get this turned off here if we can. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seattle, Tacoma, the beautiful Washington airport here up in northwest Washington, with the Mount Rainier as a beautiful backdrop here. Let's go ahead, let's get our flaps all the way up. Speed brakes are not armed. Let's go ahead and get those stowed. Auto brakes can come off at this time. I'll leave all of my lights on. Seattle traffic, Delta 3318 is clear of 34 left. We'll be crossing 34 center and 34 right and taxiing via Bravo to the ramp. Seattle traffic. We'll leave all the lights on, but we will get the APU on. Beautiful. Ed E says, nice, thank you very much, really do appreciate it. Yeah, it's I flared a little bit too much there. Not a little bit, I flared a lot too much. And at that point, you just kind of gotta leave the pitch where it's at and accept that hard landing that's coming to you. You don't want to like let the airplane sink and then you try to arrest that sink with more pitch up, because what'll happen is you'll strike the tail. That's what'll happen. And an 800, especially a 900, and when eventually they come out, the max 10s, they're so long and so low to the ground, it would be very easy to strike the tail. So that's quite all right. We had to took the landing as it came to us, and we will take that. I will take that any day of the week. Right at the edge of the touchdown zone though, but that's because of that high flare. That high flare added a lot of float there as well. So let's go ahead and get all of our lights off. We can leave our taxi light on. That light can come off. There we go. Beautiful. And we should be set to go to, I already forgot the gate. Where are we going to again? I think we're going to say 79, it's somewhere around there. 5, 7, 9. I already forgot the gate. It's one of these. It's the one with the marshaller standing there waiting for me. How about that? So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of these gates right here. One of the odd ones. 5, 7, or 9. Maybe 11. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and bring the sim sounds back down. Beautiful. And why not? I'll leave the tablet up here. I'll put it back on us. Beautiful. So you can kind of follow along where we're at on the moving map. And for the shutdown checklist, I'm going to modify some things. Because there's certain things that I guess make sense if you're going to realign the IRs or IRSs every single flight. It makes sense to turn them off. Maybe I should do that. I'll do the full shutdown. Why not? We'll do the full shutdown. Alrighty. APU's up, online. Let's get you on bus. Beautiful. APU is on buses. Very interesting that that's one of the good things about the Boeing is it's a very mechanical, you have to do it yourself airplane. But the other part is like, that's a function that could be an auto function, right? Like there's some older airplanes that predate the 737 that even have an auto logic for their bus transfers. When I say predates the 737, I mean predates the next gen 737s. that have auto logic, you know, in their electrical system and even hydraulic system. But it's a very manual airplane. Don't do anything unless the QRH tells you to do something, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a 737 pilot. I don't pretend to be a 737 pilot. If you want to know how to fly a 737, go get hired by an airline and have them teach you how to do it. That's the best way I can tell you how to do it. Otherwise, it's all we're all making it up. Or if you really, really, really want to know how to fly a 737 and don't want to go get hired by an airline, go watch V1 simulation streams. He's a real-world 737 pilot, and so he can teach you everything you need to know about the 737. Okay, we are cooking. Let's see. I see ground equipment coming up here. Gonna slow down. Alrighty, I see a tug. I see our tug. I think that's our tug. There's way too many tugs. Is that a generic tug? I don't know where I'm going. B9? Is it B9? Have a great night. See you again. Thank you, Ed E, for stopping in. I really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate just stopping in to the Eagle's Nest and spending just a little bit of your evening with me. Really, 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 really greatly appreciated. Yeah, I think this is the one. I cannot see the guy. Well, the guy's off to the side, which is making me think the line is in the wrong place. We'll go wherever this tells me to go, because this guy is going to be on the actual line. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn this off so we're not blinding him. And we can set the brakes. Just calling for engines to be shut off. We're on buses, so I can go ahead and get the seatbelt sign off as well. We can shut off engine 1. We can shut off engine 2. We can get the B. Oh, hold on. Let's go ahead and reconfigure our bleeds. We can get the probe window heat off. Anti-ice can stay off. Electric pump can come off. All of our fuel pumps can come off. IRs can come to off. And the beacon light can come off. Beautiful. I think that is everything. Are we going to deplane eventually? Should I call GSX? You're not going to automatically start deplaning me? Let's call GSX and see. Because there's the all the ground equipment, and it's the proper 3, like it should be. Let's see. Activate ground services. We'll operate the jetway. What? Okay. Well, everything disappeared. Activate ground services. Request deboarding. How about that? No. I don't know what's going on here in Seattle. Like, GSX does not want to work. Like, it literally just disappeared, and that's that. I'm not getting it back. And it could be just like an airport issue. From time to time, like Orlando, I have this issue at a certain terminal. Deboarding requested. Yeah, I know. Nothing is happening. Well, that's all right. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and log off Vasim. Thank you for your service there. We'll go ahead and log off. What I will also do is trying to see. Get rid of our overlay here. Beautiful. We can end our recording as well. So I'll go ahead and do that. Stop our recording so we can go ahead and get that done. We'll get the aircraft in a ready to go state. So let's pop back inside. We'll go here. Ground operations, or is it in the FMC? I don't know. I would think it would be ground operations. It's not what I'm looking for. Let's go into the FMC. Return. Return. Panel state. Panel state load. Let's call it approach config. Activate that. Loading the panel state. Beautiful. We'll get rid of you. Oop. Up and away. Alrighty. Alrighty, so everything is all set. We have like no fuel. I don't know why it loads up with like no fuel. It is what it is. TC menu. No. I want the main menu. Can I like just randomly load up some stuff? Quite some actions. Fuel. Let's go with 10,000 pounds because having that little of fuel is highly unrealistic. All right. So we should be all set up, configured, and ready to go. Let's go ahead and load this replay up. It's been a minute, so hang in there with me. I'm still getting used to all of this. There we go. We will fast forward. Look at downtown Seattle in the background there as we're coming over the trees. Go ahead and let everything stabilize out real quick. And we'll go ahead and get a view from here. You got Rainier in the background. Absolutely beautiful. It's the one thing I do love. No matter where you are, you have Rainier as your permanent landmark in Seattle. You always know which way you're going if you can look around and find Rainier. There's that high flare right there. I saw the touchdown zone markings and I was like, oh, time to flare. I should have held just a little bit longer. So I heard a 30 call out. I think that's about when I did it. So I heard the 30 call out and I said, okay, that sounds about when I should be able to do it. So I should really wait until the 20 call out. So I should really close at 30 So idle at 30 and then slight pitch up, not too much, but a slight pitch up at 20. You see that little blip right there? It was me pulling back on the joystick and I just did it too hard. Beautiful. Firm, but still get it down just at the edge of the touchdown zone. So I will take that any day of the week here. Let's rewind it back, get a beautiful outside view going here. Uh-oh. Wow, that floats. Oh, the replay sounds terrible. The replayed sounds absolutely terrible. Now, it's been such a long time, I forgot my commands. I think this is it. Oh yeah, that's the command. All right. I'll do it like right about here since we floated it almost to the end of the touchdown zone. Beautiful. Set us right down on the runway there. I don't know why it's moving around. I did not command that. All right. One gear, 2 gear, 3 gear. And Float City. Absolutely beautiful there. And it's been such a long time, I forgot all the replay cams I do. No, I do 2 interior, 2 exterior. That exterior view, that was kind of sloppy, not gonna lie. We'll try to do 1 more exterior before we go for the final replay here. Beautiful. Alrighty. So, that sun setting in the background, absolutely fantastic. Y'all, this is absolutely fantastic how beautiful this looks. Made it right at the beginning of that last touchdown zone stripe. Absolutely fantastic. Let's run it back. Let's see. Oh yeah, we'll start it like, should we start it right here? That seems like it's gonna be plenty. That might be too far back. Let's hop on back inside here. Beautiful. Yeah, this should be fine. This should be perfectly fine. We'll go ahead and run it back from here. I will go ahead and begin running the track here. And thank you all for joining me this evening. Really do appreciate each and every one of you who came out here. Join me, David Robertson, Matthew Addington. Thank you for the subs this evening. Pirates Discretion slash first officer Bones. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Idaho Av Geek. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream this evening. Eddie, always a good time seeing you. And chat, we all hope, I hope you enjoyed your time this evening. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow evening. Until then, my name is Greg, Sim Pilot. Remember to take care of yourselves and each other. Until I see you all at the very next stream, peace.